Hello, beautiful people. Confession time. I haven't been posting as many, regular posts. Just I've done several lives and over the last few days or what have you, but I haven't done any posts because I've been struggling to, come up with content. I know this, social media game is about frequency and relevance, and giving your audience what they want, and considering my subject matter is health and fitness, and the journey I've taken over the last 2 years to go from horribly out of shape 47-year-old to now a pretty decent in shape 49-year-old, and share my fitness journey, share what I've learned along the way. I feel like I'm stalling out a little bit with coming up with content that I haven't already really covered, because this is actually not that difficult of a path to be on. It may be difficult to execute, but once you're doing it, it's actually not. The diet, and the training, none of it's difficult. I mean, I've made a dozen videos on here on how to start the diet. It's a personal decision to do it, but it's not hard to do. It might be hard for you to stick to for lack of willpower, but it's not difficult. It's not confusing. Heck, you don't even have to write it down. If you watch one of my videos, you're like, oh, okay, do this, this, and that. Okay, yeah, that's easy. I can start my diet. It's just the willpower. So, I'm, like I said, I'm kind of struggling because, I'm frustrated sometimes because I want to help, but you can only help the helpable. You can only save the savable. How do I motivate people to make the decision to do something that's actually relatively easy? The information that I'm putting out there has been put out there by 9 million other people with far more experience at health and fitness stuff than me. I just think my relevance is that I recently did this. I just got in shape over the last 2 years. And I did it from an experienced grown person's perspective, as that is kind of who I envision my core audience is. And I've said recently here, man, it'd be really hard if I had 2 years ago at 47 years old hired a personal trainer that was some hard body 23-year-old that's taken a course to become a personal trainer, and they were never old and out of shape. Really hard for me to absorb what they're telling me as if it was from a pure place of experience. So I'm hoping that relevance, that some of you following me are maybe at a similar age as me, and maybe a similar health status as where I was 2 years ago. He did it, and because I'm not a 23-year-old hard body that's always had a six-pack. I had to earn mine over the last 2 years, and everything I've done has been by my own trial and error, and I'm not suggesting to you to do anything that I haven't done. For example, when I talk about the what I call the temporary diets, things like the Atkins, the ketos, the paleos, the carnivores, all those different type of diets, or using something doctor prescribed like Ozempic or semaglutide or something like that. Yeah, absolutely, you can use all of those. They're temporary. 30 days, 6 days, 90 days, you got to be done with those because they won't last. So I have no issue with that, because I did a high protein, high fat with intermittent fasting for my first 90 days, just to get the overall belly size down and start the process. And then I switched into this diet of 6 meals a day, a protein, a carbohydrate, and a vegetable, 300 to 500 calorie meals, all the stuff that I've been talking about. This is all stuff that's so out there. So the information is so available, but it's, how do we execute? How do I inspire you to make the decision of, okay, today's the day I start? Because you can start with the diet easier than you can start with the training, because you're going to eat tomorrow. You're going to eat tonight. You're going to eat every day of your life. Well, I mean, crash dieting and starving yourself is a horrible idea. Don't do that. But so you can literally start that your next trip to the grocery store. I put plenty of posts on here about what my grocery basket looks like. All whole foods, nothing canned, boxed, or bagged. You get stuff that we want to eat food that goes bad in a week. We do not want food that is shelf stable for years. That's not what you want in your body. Whole, natural, real foods. The outer corner of the grocery store, the outer four walls. We don't buy processed food. So anyway, this whole process is easy. I'm struggling, with content right now because I don't know where I'm failing you on the inspiration part. How do I get you to make the decision? Anyway, your comments, your likes and your shares are so greatly appreciated, but definitely the comments in this one of suggestions for more topics and suggestions of what I can do to maybe help you make that decision to at least start the diet, and then maybe plan a week or two down the road. Okay, if I start my diet and I stick to it for a week or two, then I'm gonna start the actual physical exercise, because it is a two-part thing. I love y'all, babes. Give me some comments. Tell me how I can inspire you to start living a healthy lifestyle. Love y'all. Bye.